Hi, Jacqueline from Project Most again. So today we're going to do a combination engineering and building activity and art. Very easy. The supplies are really versatile. So you need a piece of paper. I have it on a pad so that it doesn't blow around because I'm outside. It needs to be a sunny day because we're going to be working with shadows. You also need your favorite drawing or writing tools. I'm using colored pencils because I like how bright they are, but you could use pens, crayons, pretty much whatever you'd like to write with. You need toothpicks or some sort of sharper stick that you can stab into something. This way it holds strong, so you can use Q-tips, you can use popsicle sticks, you can use straws, you can use skewers, like shish kebab skewers, and then finally you need a piece of fruit, either grapes, or I cut up a red delicious apple, or actually you don't even need food, you could use Play-Doh. We're basically going to be building using our food or building material and the sticks. And so here's what you're going to do. Everybody's picture is going to look different, and I'm excited to see what they are. I really hope that you post your final picture at the end. So you're going to put your piece of paper in a spot where the shadow from the sun and what you're building will be on the paper. So I have a cookie sheet right here. This way it doesn't fall through the edges of my table outside. And I'm just going to poke the apple with the toothpicks until I get some sort of interesting building. I wouldn't say you need to build like a house, but you could. You could build a bridge, you could build just any sort of sculpture, and it'll take a few minutes. So I'm going to build something sort of geometrical. Or geometric is actually the word, not geometrical. And as I'm building, you can see once it gets higher, the shadow will be on my piece of paper. But right now it's low enough that the shadow, just with the angle of the sun, it's still over on my cookie sheet. I could actually put it on my paper too. We'll see how it goes once I have it taller. So I'm just going to build it in a way that it looks strong. This way it doesn't fall once I start drawing. And this is the longest part, I think. Actually, if you color in your picture, that might take a long time too. But this is an activity that you can start one day and then work on the next day. If you want to draw it the first day and then color it the second day, you could do it like that. All right. So, if you can see, as I get taller, the shadow's starting to show up on my paper. I think what I might do is I might actually move the sculpture onto my paper because I like what I see over here, but it's on my cookie sheet, and I can't draw on the cookie sheet. And I could do, I'm just doing end to end, but I could also, put three pieces in, put three pieces in the middle and make it more complicated. So however you want to build, there's no right or wrong way to build these. Okay, I'm going to keep going taller and taller. So your material needs to be strong enough that it can support a structure that's, on the taller side. Marshmallows might work. Like I said, grapes might work well. Blueberries probably would work well. You could do clay, Play-Doh, Fun Tack, anything that would let you build. And hopefully the wind doesn't blow too strong. You could do this inside, but you have to have a table or some sort of place to draw where the sun is shining directly on your work area. just the way the windows are in my house right now, I don't have that, which is why we're outside. So I am moving this so I can get some nice shadows. Ah, okay. And I'm also turning it because I want, okay, I like the way this looks. So I could keep going and build it taller. I might add a couple more pieces and then I'm going to start drawing. So we're going to call this shadow drawing. It's a pretty simple name. And when you are happy with the way your shadow looks and you think you're ready to start drawing, you're basically going to trace the outline of the shadows onto your paper. So let's see. Any color works. I'm going to start with blue. And as I'm drawing, my hand could get in the way and block the shadow if I'm on this side. So I'm going to turn my body so that I am tracing the shadow as I see it, as best as I can. And I could change colors too, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace a little bit with this purple blue color. And then I'm going to switch and trace with this color. And when I completely trace my whole picture, I could either move it and trace some more, or I could add to my sculpture if I want something else. Uh-oh, the sun went behind a cloud. I have to wait a minute. So I could turn this and trace another section over here so I have more to draw, or I could build more and add to it, or I could stop, color it, and then add more another day. Now this is a pretty big cloud, so if this happens to you, which it might, then you just have to wait until the sun comes out from behind the cloud. If you didn't want to have to wait for the sun and the clouds and the wind, you could also use a light, like a lamp or something bright so that there's a shadow. The most important thing is a shadow. Okay, so here it came back. So I'm just going to keep going. And as I'm drawing also, I notice my paper's moving a little bit, but that's okay. Because with each movement of the light, the picture on my paper changes anyway, with the clouds and the wind, so it doesn't have to be exactly as it was at that very second. Sort of like an abstract thing. So I'm very carefully tracing this. And there the sun went again. So we're going to pause it here. I'm not going to make you wait for the sun again. So once I have what I like traced, then I'm going to color in my picture. I think I'm going to trace it in blue and purple and then color it with other colors. And then I will post my final picture once this goes up. And I hope that you post yours too. Make it either bright and colorful or black and white. You could color in with patterns. I might do a little bit of cross-hatching or like crisscross lines to add some texture to it. So have fun with it.